Master Kuthumi, how to manifest. Greetings, beloved beings of love, light, and wisdom. I am Master Kuthumi. It is an honor to be in your presence and to embrace you in my love. My love surrounds you always. I am a gentle, caring friend, supporting you along your spiritual evolution and growth upon the earth. I wish to speak of how to manifest the reality you wish to experience, how to manifest health in your physical body, how to manifest situations/experiences, how to manifest people coming into your life and your reality. It is first important to have a goal and intention, and let that intention be deeply meaningful to you, something that excites you, something that allows access to fulfillment, that brings you joy/bliss, connection with yourself and connection with the Creator. It is also important, with this intention, to allow yourself to have an open mind. What we mean by this is, although you have a goal that you wish to manifest, it is important to allow that goal to manifest in a magical and miraculous way, and to ensure that all pathways are open to that goal. Maybe that goal will not look exactly as you imagined, or maybe not be exactly like you imagined. You allow the universe to paint the picture. You give the idea, and you allow the universe to dictate how you get to that idea, and even what that idea may look like, or how it appears/manifests. When you become rigid in your thought process, this can cause you to feel stuck, as if you cannot manifest your goal, as if it feels impossible. It is important to hold your goal very lightly, to love it, and to believe in it, but also that, if it doesn't manifest, you will find fulfillment in other ways, and know that fulfillment comes from within your being. The more that you can access and inquire within to access your own inner fulfillment, the easier it will be for that energy of fulfillment to be projected into your reality. You can even imagine your goal and the energy of fulfillment synthesizing within your heart space, embraced by love, like a seed that is being planted into the universe, into your being, and into your reality. You hold it lightly, because you do not wish to damage the seed. It is often the mind that holds things tightly. It must be like this, it must look like this, it must manifest by this date. This is an example of holding on to your seed too tightly. There is of course a need for belief and trust in yourself, your own abilities to manifest, and your relationship with the Creator and your guides. It is important to realize that you manifest daily. Everything that you experience in your reality, you have manifested, you have drawn it into your reality for your experience, whether you are happy with it or not. Remember that you are always evolving/shifting/transforming. So what you need changes as well. Something you may have manifested a year or two ago that fulfilled your need in that moment may not be as fulfilling in these moments. It is important to trust in yourself and your natural ability to manifest. It is not that you are learning to manifest in any way, because you already know you have a natural ability. What you are achieving is manifesting something that is dear to your heart. It is important to think of your goal with hope, trust, and the knowing that you are supported, emanating that fulfillment energy into your being and your reality. You can ask yourself, if this goal manifested in my reality, what would it feel like? How would I feel emotionally, physically? What would I be wearing? What would it taste like? What would it smell like? You have this energy of the goal which you can cultivate within you, and that is more important than any repetition of affirmations or ideas, because when you get that energy into your cells, it naturally is attracted into your reality. As you are emanating that energy daily, there is also a need to question yourself. What is holding me back? What is holding me back from manifesting this goal? Why hasn't it manifested already? This is where you examine where you feel stuck, your beliefs especially. You might find that you are fearful of your goal manifesting, or that you're fearful of change. Or maybe there is one thing that you simply can't let go of in your reality. Encourage yourself to explore deeper and deeper what is holding you back, what is stopping you from experiencing your goal right now. You will notice that there are numerous beliefs, all different kinds of beliefs connected to emotions, memories, maybe even past lifetimes. Recognizing these clears the way and allows your manifestation to come into fruition. It is often what is holding us back that stops the manifestation. Now, how do you release those beliefs? Simply recognizing them helps, and then every time they come up, every time you find yourself saying that belief to yourself, just gently rewriting it. You can send love to that belief, and that part of your being that's holding on to that belief. Send love, peace, and healing. And you can say, I'm rewriting that belief now, and then have a new belief that supports you. That is the most major key to acknowledge what's holding you back, because if you can reach a space where there is nothing you cannot conceive of any thoughts or beliefs holding you back, then you will find it is easier to manifest. It will come into your reality. Sometimes things don't manifest because you are not thinking about them with open perspectives. You have a fixed idea, and those ideas sometimes need to shift. The growth of manifesting something is all about shifting your perspectives, actually changing yourself to be attuned with that which you wish to manifest. It is often your beliefs, your thoughts, or wounded energies that stop you experiencing your dreams/desires. You can call me forth to bring healing to your being, to cleanse the energies that are holding you back, causing you to feel stuck, and I will do so, and of course you can add anything else that may serve you. Please remember that you are a being of manifestation, and that it is your natural ability to manifest. It is what you do daily, and it's why you came to the earth. I love you. I am Master Kuthumi. Mars direct and the Pisces new moon. On Sunday, February 23rd or 24th, depending on where you are in the world, Mars will finally make its direct station. For weeks it has appeared to be standing still in the sky, and will proceed to do so moving forward. Mars is now at a dead stop, and it will take several weeks for it to resume what appears to be its normal speed again. So don't expect to see our energy and motivation restored overnight. However, this apparent lull in the Mars cycle is not about reversal anymore, so much as reorientation. It's the ready, set before we go. Like the planet Mars, we are also paused in order to regain our own orientation, so that we can be sure about where we are headed, how we are going to get there, and why we are doing so. We will need this orientation going forward, as there is so much else going on to distract and disorient us right now. Also know that one planet station they are also a bit stronger, and they will make their presence felt. For Mars in the sign of Cancer, that can bring a feeling of agitation, with a strong desire to protect and defend. During the retrograde there may have been actions occurring behind the scenes doing a lot of this work, plans were being formulated, but with the direct station we are all wanting to get going again, and get down to business. And the desire to do something, to take some sort of action will only continue to grow over the weeks ahead. Mars in Cancer is not normally a fighting Mars. But when you harm their own, when you attack the defenseless, when you marginalize the vulnerable, Mars in Cancer can be a force to be reckoned with. This is the mama bear who lifts the car off the child, the peasants who defend their turf with bottles and cans, the brave warrior who stands in the line of fire to protect those in their care. Do not underestimate Mars in Cancer. Cold-hearted orb that rules the night, removes the colors from our sight. Red is gray and yellow white. But we decide which one is right, and which is an illusion. Tildegram edge, the moody blues. If you are feeling a bit overwhelmed and unable to process everything, you are not alone. On February 27th, at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our new moon in Pisces, at 9 Pisces 41. And within its auspices we are being asked to have faith, even when the world seems so uncertain, so unfathomable, so confusing. On February 14th, Mercury entered the sign of Pisces, a Jupiter sign, and, as it did so, it became engaged in a mutual reception with Jupiter and Gemini, a Mercury sign. We had a similar experience last November and December when Mercury was in Sagittarius. This can feel like information overload. Like we cannot see our way through the miasma. We find ourselves confounded by distraction and desperately trying to make sense of the insensible. What is true, what is not true, what is real, and what is merely an illusion? Within a tidal wave of information we feel subsumed. to exacerbate this feeling. The modern ruler of Pisces, Neptune, is conjunct the North Node, in the very last degrees of Pisces, casting a veil over the proceedings. All of this abundance of Pisces and Neptune weather could drive us to madness with despair, loss, and disenchantment. It can fill our hearts with a sadness so deep that we find it impossible to see beyond the confusion. But Pisces season, and Neptune leading the charge this year, can also carry us aloft to the land of the fairies and the Olympian towers of the gods. When we center ourselves in our own inner Neptune, our own divine center, Pisces can be a magical, beautiful, and wistfully sacred experience. It can also be the way and the means to navigate this weather. If we were to wish anything with the new moon in Pisces, it might be to find deeper meaning and purpose in our very real lives, while also recognizing ourselves as being part of something much greater. Pisces in its highest expression imbues us with compassion, inspires us to be charitable, and moves us through our conscience. Pisces identifies with sacred causes, and with those things that invest our lives with wonder and enchantment. The things that bring meaning and connects us with our heart center. Neptune/Pisces is that feeling you get when you see the magnificence of a perfect sunrise, when you immerse yourself in the beauty and profundity of nature, take a walk by the sea, or notice the dew on the petal of a flower. Neptune/Pisces is that which inspires and fills your heart with a love so transcendent, whether in a dream, a song, or with the feel of a subtle breeze, like the breath of a baby on your skin. Neptune/Pisces is that experience you have when you do a good deed, say a kind word, or come to realize the ways that we are all so deeply attuned and connected to one another on these subtle, yet deeply ethereal levels. And we must not forget this, nor deny its guidance. It is this that will keep us sane in times of insanity. And it is this that will lead us through the fog. And as the station of Mars is asking us to pause, and the new moon in Pisces is begging to pause, we can make the most of this sacred season. If just for a few minutes of our time, be present, feel, connect with your own divine center. And by doing this, connect with your own inner guidance system. Then allow it to lead the way. New moons are times of new beginnings, and the new moon in Pisces is the ideal time to further cultivate more Pisces in your life. This can be done through your dreams, your daydreams, your craft, your voice, by connecting to your intuition, to your spirit guides, your higher self/divine guidance/conscience, by performing acts of compassion and divine service, connecting to nature, and allowing that divine spark to speak through you and what you do. Then when you do connect with your dreams, dare to cast them like a net out into the ocean of life. There is no telling what it may bring back. If you choose to do so, seed your intentions along with the new moon in Pisces. And do so within the new moon phase, which begins on Thursday, February 27th, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 12:45 a.m. in the United Kingdom on February 28th, and ends with a crescent moon on March 3rd. Some affirmations or intentions for this moon might be: may I have the courage and confidence to allow divine guidance, my intuition, my higher self, my conscience, to lead me even, and especially in times of confusion. I am a spiritual being filled with light and love that knows no bounds. May I draw it forth as needed. My imagination has no limits. May I find the best means to allow it to speak through me. I have music, wonder, and possibility in my heart. May I reclaim it, and carry it with me, wherever I go. My heart is filled with compassion for all beings everywhere, and without exception. May I have faith that goodness will always prevail in the end, even if it doesn't appear to be so at first. Pause where and when you are needing to pause, and find enchantment close to home. This morning I stopped to watch the geese fly, even though I didn't have the time to do so, and I realized that not having the time to do something might be the very reason why I need to do it. Craig D. Lounsbrough. Navigating Transitional Times. Our future world will operate on the foundation of love, compassion, integrity, accountability, and inclusive unity. This is our destiny, and it is why we came here. The universe loves us and will conspire with us to manifest our visions and intentions fueled by our actions. All we must do is show up and place our energy toward our visions. The universe will see us through this dark and heavy transitional void between what was and will be. Now that we are really in the deep end, many things are showing up that don't seem conducive to us creating a harmonious and beautiful life for humanity. We are absolutely clear that this is not the world we signed up for, nor the world we have worked so tirelessly to anchor. We must remember that where we are right now is only a transitional state. Also, our physical bodies have struggled as we navigate the turbulent void between what was and what will be. This was expected. Despite the illusion, we are still on track. Keep your sights on the future. As we traverse this void, our primal physical body's hardwiring will react with anxiety and fear. These normal reactions can morph and anchor into twisted, limiting belief systems if left unchecked. We can experience a lack of trust in the process. We might feel overwhelmed, have anger or judgments of anything different than our belief system. Biases are based on fear. Fear keeps us from accessing our inner truth. Once temporarily blocked from our inner truth, we often look outside ourselves and digest a lot of energy-draining speculations about our possible future outcomes. Remember, we cannot see anything for what it is until we stop viewing it through the biases of what we want it to be. When we reach outside ourselves for truth, we can become rigid, unbending, anxious, and even anchor ourselves in this temporary void, because deep underneath, we just want to feel safe and comfortable. This is entirely understandable. We all need comfort and safety. But for us to feel comfortable in this mere illusion of a chaotic void, we try to ground these temporary energies, before it is actually time to do so, and this has been only adding stress and anxiety to our lives. Our knee-jerk, fear-based reactions are quite normal for what we are trying to pull off here, and were even expected by many ascended masters and the star elders. They know our physical bodies are programmed with primal survival programs and ancestral lineage memories. Our ancestors have carried us this far. We honor them for giving us the foundation upon which to build a new future. But our ancestors never experienced anything like this before. There's nobody to show you the way, but you. You are the way. So here are some guidelines to help ease our current journey. Please don't feed your fears because it will swallow up your light. Please do not waste your energy on lost causes and people who do not respect or cannot receive what you offer them. Honor your energy and light, and use it in ways that can make a difference. Be a tree. Know who you are, and anchor yourself within yourself like the roots of a tree, while bending like a tree does in changing weather. Learn to bend, but do not break. Keep yourselves connected in your communities, and have empathy and compassion for all others, no matter where they are in their journey, or their belief systems. A good support system is essential during these times. Foster being in enlightened neutrality, by knowing what is transpiring around you in your world, but not making a judgment, or taking a stand. Remember, all this is going to change very, very quickly. Any place you anchor yourselves is the place that will cause you stress or pain. Stay calm, heart-centered, and confident in our positive future, but do not spiritually bypass the work that presents itself to you. You want to ground yourself in divine balance, your cosmic orientation point, within yourself. Where we place our energy is what we will manifest. What we believe will become our reality. Be a witness to this transition. Place your energy toward reschooling your belief systems to be flexible and grounded like a tree, and in a constant state of enlightened neutrality. In other words, it means knowing what's happening, but not letting it trigger or affect our balance. If triggered, you cannot access your inner truth or light. That's it, plain and simple. It's essential to remember all that is happening now, all that is out of alignment with the natural laws of the universe will not be sustainable in the future, or be a part of our new reality. As we move forward, the universe filters out all the miscreations in our current reality. There is absolutely no need to fight anything going on in the world at the moment. Unless the challenges show up right on your doorstep, it is not your fight. Remember, there are uncountable warriors of light strategically placed throughout our reality, who are being called to battles that show up on their doorsteps. Pick your battles wisely, and use your energy accordingly. This transformation is not all on your shoulders. Do not drag with you all that seems wrong with the world now. Let it go. As we traverse this void, we must remember that this is not our destination. It's important not to get attached, hung up on, angry, or triggered about what's happening in the world. This is merely a transition that your soul has never experienced before. Sure, this time is scary and painful. This is the nature of transitions. But we are sure you wouldn't want the previously used alternative, drop the body, and start all over once the new cycle has fully landed. You have chosen a different way this time. To traverse this time and actually land in the reality we want, filled with our heart and soul desires, we cannot feed, thus accelerating the fear and anxiety that rise through the dismantling of the old world. We must hold tight to the vision in our hearts. It's up to us collectively how we will land in this new world. It will benefit our lives and the countless generations that come after us. Remembering you are also a physical being on a physical earth is important. Everything you think, feel, and do, as you walk upon the earth affects the earth and all life upon it. Our energy circulates around the earth, to every corner of the earth, affecting every bit of life. If we walk with love, compassion, respect, and honor for all life, we anchor this for the entire earth to feel. If we walk with anger, judgment, spiritual ego, etc., these things will circumnavigate the earth. Our unchecked negative egos will not elevate life, it will devalue life. We must be the counterbalance to the chaos in the world, and the calm in the storm. Lastly, be compassionate with one another, knowing that everyone in the world is doing their best with what they have in each moment. Also, be compassionate to yourselves. You are right where you're supposed to be, even if it doesn't feel right. If we could see the bigger picture right now, we would realize how ridiculous it is to judge anybody, or yourself for anything. We are all in the same pot of soup now, and no one has made the summit of this process yet. And never, ever forget that you are incredibly valuable to the epic, once-in-lifetime transformation process, just as you are at this very moment. Huge blessings to all. Aluna joy with influences from Ascended Masters and the Star Elders. The physics of motivating yourself. Most people have only a hazy idea of how to motivate themselves. Getting ourselves to do something we know we want to do, a big project, exercise, etc., can be really hard. But actually, the way motivation works is pretty straightforward physics. We are talking about things like force and inertia, not quantum mechanics. Let's take a look at how motivation works, so we can understand how to put it into effect. Inertia versus energy. The first thing to understand is that there's always an initial hurdle to overcome when you want to get started, or restarted, with something. If you are starting a new project or habit, there's inertia to overcome. Even if you're just trying to get started with your focus block for the day, you'll face inertia. It's important to simply recognize that there's inertia when we're starting, and to recognize that it takes some energy to overcome that. If you're low on energy for any reason, that makes it harder to overcome the inertia. Maybe you haven't gotten good sleep, maybe you've been sick, or taking care of someone, maybe you've been traveling, maybe you have a lot going on at work or in your personal life that's draining your energy. Whatever the reason, recognize that the energy you have to overcome the initial inertia is lower. With all of that in mind, lower the bar to getting started, make it super easy. You just need to put your shoes on, you don't need to run 3 miles. You just need to open your document, you don't have to write 1,000 words. And find a way to get your energy up, to overcome the inertia. Make a promise to someone, do it with others, play some music, move your body, get some inspiration. Then direct the energy to the smallest possible first step. Fear versus possibility, opposing motivating forces. Sometimes we're motivated by fear, the need to do something so we don't let others down or get punished. But often fear has a demotivating effect. We don't want to fail or embarrass ourselves, so we procrastinate. Fear is inevitable if we allow ourselves to think of possibility. Anything that would be amazing. If I exercise, I can get super healthy and fit. If I work on this project, it could make a meaningful impact. If I pursue this goal, it will change my life. This is possibility. We need possibility to be motivated for the long term, otherwise, we're just pushing ourselves to do something we think we should do. That's not very motivating. What's the possibility that lights up your heart? When we let ourselves feel a big possibility, we immediately feel an equal amount of fear. They coexist equally. Most people then shut down the possibility, so they don't have to feel the fear. But that's a life unfulfilled. The way to work with this is to set aside the fear, and let ourselves get present to the possibility that lights us up. Then to commit ourselves to it, and work with the fear. Get present to the fear as well, letting ourselves breathe deeply, and soothing our nervous system. Then take the smallest next step. A structure and community as multipliers. If we have possibility and energy, we can multiply them with two things. Structure. Energy dissipates if we don't have structure. Even if we're able to increase our energy and possibility, without strong structure it just spills out in all directions. We need to direct all of this with structured daily focus sessions, weekly planning, and accountability sessions, monthly reviews. It can be fairly minimal, but we need to be committed to the structure. Community. It's hard to do things on our own. Having some kind of community to be with you on the journey, to understand you, and support you, is a multiplier of possibility and energy. Don't neglect these two elements if you want to stay motivated over the long term. We can get excited and inspired, and be motivated for a day or 3. But anything worthwhile will probably take longer, and for that, we need structure and community. Fearless mastery. What I've created to help. It can be confusing to find your way through all of these elements of motivation, even if they're somewhat straightforward. To help, I've created Fearless Mastery 2025, my small group coaching and mastermind program. Here's how it helps with these elements of motivation. We create structure: weekly check-ins, weekly group calls, accountability partners, coaching sessions, a demo day each month for your project, and more. It's a community. It's a small group of fewer than 20 people, all working together for 8 months, starting March 4, 2025, to support each other's meaningful projects. Learn to work with fear. A big part of the program is learning how to regulate your emotions, so you can work masterfully with fear when it shows up, and it will. Tactical steps. We help you find the tactical ideas needed to overcome inertia and get started every week and every day. That might take coaching along the way, as it's hard to see on our own where we're going wrong. Source: arrayoflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.